Hi guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my January TBR. Now, this is going to be a few things different this month. For starters, I'm introducing a Friend's Choice book. So, every month, one of my friends from BookTube, a different friend each time, will be looking through my shelves, either through pictures or video chats, and picking a book off my shelf for me to read this month, which is quite exciting. Also, as you well know, I will be doing my TBR jar, so this is the first month where I'll be picking a book from that. God, I'm nervous. Now, and a few other things that are going to be happening this month is it looks like I am doing 6 buddy reads. Now, at the end of last year, I had cut back my buddy reads, but new year, and there is loads of books I wanted to read, loads of books I wanted to get through. And it looks like about half the books I'm reading this month are going to be buddy reads. How am I going to cope? I don't know. A lot of them I'm reading like little and every day. And obviously you'll see as I go through which ones they are. I've also got 2 books that are for readathons. Oh my, and like I said, it looks like 5 books that I've actually chosen that aren't for a buddy read, aren't a readathon, or aren't either a viewer's choice or a TBR jar. Am I killing myself? Yes. Am I looking forward to it? Yes. I think pretty much every book that's on my TBR this month is one that I'm desperate to do. But I better stop rambling and get on, shall I? First of all, I will show you the buddy read books and then I'll go through the rest. And I'll save the TBR jar till the end, just to build up the excitement, build up the ching! Now, another little thing briefly I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be writing down the number of pages on each of these books, because I think I'm going to do a page count each month. I've seen it on so many people's channels, like Tia's and that, and I want to do it, so I'm going to do that this month. So let's start off with the book that I'm probably most excited about, other than a surprise one, but this is David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. The lovely Tom from Tom Reads Things got me this, and he sent it to me in the post. It's his favourite book of all time. The person I'm buddy reading it with is Charlie from Charlie Brooks. She is my beautiful, gorgeous sister. She heard that I got this as a gift, and she wanted to buddy read it with me. So I'm going to go and tell you as I'm going along how many pages this is. Hope this is all right, guys. It is 882 pages. So it is a chunky book, and I am going to be reading it like I think it's like small amount of pages per day. Charlie will obviously remind me when I'm doing this how many pages a day, but we're going to be starting up at the start of the month and breaking it down, reading it every day each month, because I think we found that it works out a lot better that way. I think we're doing it all in January. I don't think we're going to try and push it to doing January and February. I think the goal is to read it all this month. But oh my goodness, I don't need to tell you much about Charles Dickens at the Gables Copperfield. You guys all know it's absolutely incredible. So, I'm so looking forward to it. Can't blooming wait. Tom, I owe you so much. By the way, February, me and him are doing a buddy read. Can't wait. Now the next one is Noughts and Crosses by Marjorie Blackman. This has been on my shelf for ages. I think I got it for my birthday in March. It's one of my books that I went out when I bought Charlie. I think Charlie bought it for me as a birthday present. She knows about it. Callum is naught, a second-class citizen in a world run by crosses. Seppi is a cross, daughter of one of the most powerful men in the country. In a world where noughts and crosses do not mix and his hostility turns into violence, can Callum and Seppi possibly find a way to be together? Now, this is part of a series. This is the only book in the series I've got. If I like it, I will be continuing with the series. If I don't, then obviously that's it. I am buddying it firstly with Kaz from Cats and Camera. And now Simone's decided to join us because she wanted to read it and she's actually ordered it. So we're going to read that together. Not quite sure when in the month we're reading that. As we're speaking, I'm trying to organise that. And I forgot that I was going to be checking the number of pages. Dum dum dum. It is 442. Nope. I'm not being organised this month. 445 pages. That's not too bad, is it? If it gets over 500 these days, guys, I freak out. Now, the next one, I thought I would break up this month and read a chick lit book. Who is my favourite friend on here, not my favourite friend, but one of my friends that likes the contemporaries and chick lit. Yes, it's the gorgeous Charlotte from Books and Bargains. I bought this for myself. I think I bought it in a charity shop. It looks gorgeous. It's been on some of my other videos because it was like one of my cover buy books. It is beautiful. I cannot fathom how I can be here. I can't be flawed. I am perfect. I don't want to read too much on this. It looks beautiful. It's gripping, fast-paced and everything else. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and it is 402 pages. Reading it with Charlotte, not quite sure when I'm going to be reading it, but it looks beautiful and I can't wait to read it. Cecilia Ahern, I really love the fact she's contemporary, but she's got a lot of magic in her books, a lot of bit of magical realism. I love the cover. And I got sent the follow-up to this, the second in the series of this one. I think it's like 1 and 2 books. I got sent the second one from a Secret Santa person who I love. And I think that's why I wanted to get to this really quickly so I could read the follow-on one. Now the next one is from a series you guys all know about. How many times do you guys rave about that Sarah J. Maas and the magic that is? Court of Thorns and Roses. I am reading this with the lovely Linda from Linda's World of Books. The lovely Julie gave me this when we went down there. Basically, that madam decided to get it for. She said, "You're going to love this." 416 pages. That's not too bad. Apparently, this is actually one of the shorter ones in the series. She's given me the whole series. Julie did. It's a beautiful hardcover. It is fantasy. I have never really read one this much of fantasy, but you guys have spoken so much about the Court of Thorns and Roses series, and I don't really need to tell you too much about it. I really don't. A 19-year-old huntress, Bea, kills a wolf in the woods. A beast-like creature arrives to demand retribution. Dragged into a treacherous magical land she knows only about from legends, Freya discovers that her captor is not an animal, but a Tamlin, one of the lethal immortal fairies who once ruled the world. This is fairies. This is a bit of a fantasy. I don't know how I'm going to do with this, so I wanted to do this as a buddy read because I was absolutely petrified by it. And the lovely Linda said she wanted to read it, so we thought we'd buddy read it together. Again, we're going to read a small amount and often because I think that's the best way for Linda so she doesn't get overwhelmed, and the best way for me because you guys know January's a bit of an interesting month for me. The next one I will read, Charlie from Charlie Brooke lent me this last year. I think it's been on my shelf. It's one of the books that she's lent to me the longest. It is The Lovely Cersei by Madeline Miller. You guys know about this. This is about Greek legends. I have not read a single book of these that sort of thing. Mythology, I think it is. It's the author also wrote the Song of Achilles. Now I've heard so much about this. So Cersei was one that I wanted to read. Oh my goodness, Charlie, you lent me a brilliant, beautiful book. Look at the map on that. Look at the end pages. The end pages. Oh my goodness, they're stunning. Just look, it's gorgeous. Now I'm reading this with Clint. I was supposed to be reading it with Clint and Simone, but the cheeky little beggar's gone and lost her copy, so she's not reading it with us. In the house of Helios, the god of the sun, the mightiest of Titans, a daughter is born. But Cersei is neither the look nor voice of a divinity, and is scorned and rejected by her kin. I have heard so much about Cersei, and I am so intrigued by this book. It's one that I'm pretty nervous about because some people like it, some people haven't. It's only 336 pages, so I think this will actually be one of my smallest books. And I am so looking forward to it though. Nervous by it. Don't know how we're going to do. Me and Clint have a habit of either racing ahead with our books or going slowly. And I don't know which way this is going to go. So, there is another book that I'm doing as a buddy read, but I can't physically show you because it's on pre-order. And that is It is the most infamous book, A Heart So Fierce and Broken. And it's by the amazing Bridget Kemmener. Now, I can't tell you the number of pages of it because I don't have it. Chris has pre-ordered it to me. It's the second in the series that she's doing. Turns out it is actually going to be a series. You guys know that I loved A Curse the Dark and Lonely. It was probably one of my, as you well would have seen by now, it's one of my favourites if you've not seen it. My favourite books of the year. It's right up there. So when she said she was writing this, I pre-ordered it. I've seen the copies of it. I literally left a Hearts of Abyss and Broken, Curse of Dark and Lonely. So much, like literally me and Clint were screaming at the pages. So it was like, there has to be a sequel. And when we found out there was, we were like, we're pre-ordering it. As soon as we both receive a copy, it will get read. And it will probably not even be read as the number of pages per day. It will probably be flown by. I'm not planning to like set a schedule for it because it's the book I'm most excited about. And I have not even written it on here. So that's it. I'm desperate to read that. So guys, that's one of my favourite books. I'm halfway through the video and I think I'm nearly halfway through the books. Now, my friend that I chose to pick a book for me this month was the amazing, the lovely Julie from Hungry Bookworm. Love that girl. She's one of my oldest and best friends on it. Oldest as in the person I've been friends with the longest. Julie, don't kill me. I said to her, right, because she's one of my best friends and she's seen my pictures on my book shelves. We do video chats quite a bit. Love that girl so much. And so I said, right, you pick. I knew she'd pick a Tudor book. And out of all the books she picked this one. This is The Tudor Princess by Darcy Bonnet. I think she's read this. From childhood, Mary Tudor knows she will not have the luxury of choosing a husband. As the daughter of Henry VII, Mary is married to James IV, I think it is, but to become Queen of Scots. Despite her doubts, Mary falls in love with her new home. But she rivals and has rivals, and whilst James is the affectionate husband, he is not faithful. I'm not really going to go on to too much details about this. She's duty bound to be a good wife. Oh my goodness, I picked this up in a charity shop. I've heard about this book from other people. It's only 315 pages. There you go. See, I'm still writing down. Aren't I good? But it looks gorgeous. I love Tudor fiction so much. It is one of you guys know it's my favourite genre. So thank you, Julie, as my first one of my friends' choice. My special, something special for my channel. That looks beautiful. Put that down there. Now, you guys know the second thing I'm going to talk about is 2 readathons. One of them I know the name of, the other one I don't. So sorry, I will explain later. The first one is the Louisa May 2020, and that is going to be Little Men. I've got a joint book, Little Men and Joe's Boys. So it's going to be fun for me to try and find the chapter. I'm nearly there. So this is, Little Men is the next one in the series, and it's only 266 pages. See, that's going to be a short one. Again, it is half that, so I'll be reading the second half in February. But look at the copy. Chris ordered that for me on Amazon. It's beautiful, isn't it? I can't wait. Loved Little Women, loved Good Wives, so I can't wait for Little Men. I don't know anything about that. I think that's what makes me more excited. Now, the next one is Anne of Green Gables. Now, I know that some other my friends of mine, were running a readathon on it, but I didn't get into it quick enough. So this is Anne of Green Gables. I'm going to read that for a readathon that Tia's running. So look at Tia's channel. I will link everyone's channels below. This is only 248 pages. But I'll be reading this at night time. So you guys know that I read my sort of YA, children-y kind of books at night time. But this is a children's classic. Don't need to tell you any more details. And obviously because of the YouTube laws, I won't. But it's finding the story of Anne of Green Gables. I can't wait. I know that my charity shop has a lot of the rest of the other books in the series. So I think if I get on with this, I'll be buying the rest of the series. So fingers crossed. Now I go on to my choices books. Don't know too much about them. Not going to go into too much because you guys know that if you read the blurb too much, you can find out too much. Now, another one Julie gave to me. Julie gave me this, The Wisdom of Sally Red Shoes. It's a contemporary book by Ruth Golden. Look at the cover on this. I love red. It's one of my favourite colours and it's beautiful. A once spirited and independent woman, her life has been changed forever by a tragic event 12 years ago. Unable to let go of her grief, she seeks solace in the silent company of souls in a local Victorian cemetery and the town's Lido. But a chance encounter with 2 extraordinary women, the fabulous Kitty Muriel, a convent girl turned magician's wife, turned 70-something disco fanatic, and the mysterious Sally Red Shoes, a bag lady with an amazing voice, opens up a new world of possibilities and the chances to start living again. This has been on my shelf quite a while since I got it from Julie. It looks beautiful. I can't wait for that. Now I better get on because otherwise it's going to have some time. Sisters Courage. It's a historical fiction. Again, it's about sacrifice. It's kind of contemporary. It looks like it's one of his series, Catherine King. I think I bought this. I'm not sure if I bought it or if someone bought it for me. It's historical fiction. Out of tragedy came her strength and hope. I think I like this kind of book because it does. It reminds me of the strength that women had to have previously, so I love it. So I can't wait for that. Now, the next few are ones I'm really excited about. The next one is one of the ones in the series. It's the next in the Narnia series. Me and Charlie have had a debate because she thinks that this is before the Voyage of the Dawn Treader in the series, but according to Goodreads, it's the fourth one. She thought it was the third one. So it's the one that I don't really know about. It's the only one. It's the first one in the books that I've not read. I've not seen it on film. Through dangers untold and caverns deep, a dark and noble band of friends is sent to rescue the prince held in captive. But their mission to the underworld brings them face to face with an evil and more beautiful and deadly than ever expected. It's book 6 and 7. This says 6 and 7, but according to Goodreads, it's 4th. I don't know where this comes in this series, so I'm a bit nervous about it, but I'm looking forward to it. So I'll be reading that as well at bedtime. Now, the next one got sent to me by the amazing, the fabulous Charles Heathcote, aka Charlie! He sent me all of his books in this series, and I can't believe in wait. Just realised I've stopped counting the pages on these books, so a bit more work for later. This is one of his books, Aldous books. I don't want to read the back, I really don't. But, guys, I will probably try and do a review of the series. Support Charlie, check out his books, ask him how to order them. I know they're going to be fabulous. I know Charlie's fabulous. It is, according to this, the era of this is adult fiction, according to Goodreads. But it looks amazing. My sister Charlie's loved it. I know I'm going to love it. And he sent them to me. So, Charlie, you're amazing. The last one of the ones that I'm showing you is the one my gorgeous friend Katie from work has lent me. Lady Amira and the Real Downton Abbey. This is the Lost Legacy of Highclere Castle by the Countess of Carnarvon. This looks absolutely amazing. I think it's like Victorian kind of era. Look at the pictures on the back, guys. Now, she knows that I love historical fiction, and this is the real story of Downton Abbey, and I love Downton Abbey. So this is quite sort of around like the First World War. I don't want to read too much, I really don't. But it is absolutely beautiful, and I really love it. This is like a real story, apparently. Apparently, according to my friend, it's like the first in the series. It's only 292 pages, there you go. One less one I've got to catch up on. But it looks absolutely beautiful, so I cannot wait. So now, guys, you guys are seeing me pick my first book out of the TBR jar. I'm going to close my eyes. Look, this is my little TBR jar. I do not know what one I'm going to pick. I'm going to literally close my eyes. You guys are going to see me mix and match them. Which one's going to come out? Which one have I picked up? Close the jar so I don't see if I've opened any of the other ones. And here we go. I have picked Arthur and George. Blooming Nora, another one from that era. That is weird. Oh my goodness. This is another Julian Barnes book. One of his books I liked. One of them I didn't. This I bought at a charity shop. Another one, historical fiction. It's sort of set, I think at the start of the century. Arthur and George are bought from two worlds apart in the late 19th century. So that's another historical era. I'm excited. I can't believe I picked this one. This is one that's been on my shelf for a very long time. And I'm really excited. The TBR jar's done me quite a favour because I needed to know how this one. It won a Man Booker Prize in 2005, but then I read another book that won the Man Booker Prize, The Life of Pi, and I didn't like that. So I don't know how this is going to go. I'm excited to try this. Put that to one side because I need to check the page count. But again, the TBR jars done me some favours. I remember the TBR jars from other people's channels, and they have, like, the games that people have played. Like, oh my goodness, I loved watching Nicole's channel when she's done her like Thrilleropoly. So it is quite exciting letting fate, tempt, whatever, to get you to pick a book. But guys, what have you thought of my TBR jar? Have you thought all my videos? What have I done this month? Do you like any of the books? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, ring on my ding-a-ling. Let me know what you think of the changes that I've done to my TBRs this month. Let me know what you think about all the new things that I'm doing with my channel. I'd love to hear your opinions. And I hope you all have a great and amazing 2020, and that 2020 is your year. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. So take care, guys. Bye-bye.